Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now February 25th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, a lot of fans around the world have been very much skeptical and curious about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, ever since the Gina Carano firing by Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy, mind you, a lot of fans have been very much up in arms over that major decision and canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions. Disney is very much in a worried state right now based on how it's not only impacting Star Wars, it's also going to impact Marvel as well. Now, WandaVision, by the way, great show, fantastic show, but a lot of fans out there are saying that once they're done with WandaVision, they're going to cancel their Disney Plus subscription and pretty much will be done with everything Star Wars. Now, obviously March 9th is going to be a big day because this is the day of the shareholder meeting. I don't know if you guys are aware. March 9th will be the day that we will be learning a little bit more about the shareholders' position, the top shareholders' position on how they feel about Star Wars. Now, we already know that they are very much unhappy on how Lucasfilm has handled the entire Gina Carano situation and how they have yet to even make an official statement about that. You know, Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy, of all people, could not even make an official statement. Now, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they are very hard at work. I mean, they are putting their heart and soul into Star Wars as we speak, with Mando Season 3 and 4. By the way, we're going to get to Season 4 in just a second. And the Ahsoka Tano series. So they got a lot on their plate of what they're working with right now. What's really intriguing, however, has everything to do with Jon Favreau and his stance on Mandalorian Season 4 and what he is about to deliver to the Star Wars fandom. Now, with that being said, of course, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now focused on their new Star Wars universe, both Disney and Lucasfilm are very focused on their new projects, such as the Ahsoka series and Kenobi series. It's described that behind the scenes, however, creator Jon Favreau has been preparing pre-production for The Mandalorian Season 4 and plans to go above and beyond with the series by recreating the Dark Empire storyline, with Mando Season 4 evolving to 12 episodes in its own season to remedy more Luke Skywalker action scenes. Further, it's described that Favreau's plan is to create a full-on match between a young Luke Skywalker and an actual trial clone of Emperor Palpatine that Favreau teased in Mandalorian Season 2 with the strange Snoke-like creature in the tank. Now, Jon Favreau, surprisingly, is working closely with Dave Filoni on bringing back both Luke and Palpatine in the same setting for Mando Season 4 by the time 2023 arrives, and that Favreau is doing this to please the hardcore fans that actually love the Star Wars Dark Empire from the 90s. Filoni is best described to be handling some of the storyline decisions for Mando Season 4 involving the return of Palpatine, and that Favreau is creating a brand new version of Palpatine that has never been seen before by fans. Roughly a 30-something-year-old Palpatine in his prime, just like from the Dark Empire storyline. Favreau is very excited and dedicated to begin working on Season 3 and 4 that are planned to be done back-to-back that will lead to something larger for the franchise as a whole. So let me just stop right here for 1 second. Now, the thing about Favreau is that, yes, we already know that he is a die-hard fan of Star Wars Legends, he is a die-hard fan of Dark Empire, and he loves that overall story between Luke and Palpatine. I don't know if you guys ever read the comics or listened to the audiobooks of the comics. I suggest that you guys go ahead and do so. You will finally realize exactly what Star Wars really is at the end of the day when it comes to both Luke and Palpatine's post-Return of the Jedi story. So, what really does take me by surprise, though, is how we have Favreau and Filoni working on 3 and 4 back-to-back, and how Season 4 is being planned to be a 12-episode season in and of itself. That is a very interesting evolution. You know, we're going from 10 episodes for Season 1 and 2, all the way to 12. Now, it's not a big jump, per se, but it's enough to actually cram in more Luke Skywalker action, more Palpatine action that we actually finally deserve to see. I know one major complaint about The Rise of Skywalker by fans is that a lot of fans wanted to see what JJ was originally going to do by really giving fans a version of Palpatine that was going to use a lot of lightsaber action. That to me was going to be a very interesting side that ended up getting cancelled by Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy, sadly. We didn't get to actually witness that. So now Favreau is trying to pretty much salvage a lot of the older material that J.J. Abrams tried to do and kind of recrafting it into the younger version of the characters. The other thing is this, is that we also know that there's a big divide over at Lucasfilm as a company. There's a lot of employees that are more sided with Kathleen Kennedy, and other employees out there that are more sided with George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni. So, a lot has been going on, there's no doubt about that. Obviously, a lot of fans are very much up in arms over the Gina Carano firing situation and everything that comes in between. But one thing that a lot of fans have been waiting to see for the longest time is to see how Jon Favreau can recraft Star Wars Legends. Now, granted, a lot of fans canceled their Disney Plus subscription. A lot of fans are up in arms over that. You know, a lot of fans have been very angry at Lucasfilm and very much, against what Lucasfilm has been doing with their handling of certain actors and actresses out there. And you know what? I understand that. I do. But at the end of the day, Favreau's a hardworking man. This is a guy that's really trying to do everything that he can to bring Star Wars back on track. And a lot of fans are still skeptical on whether or not he's going to be able to pull that off. That, of course, I'm not quite so sure, on whether or not this is really best suited for The Mandalorian, because, yes, this might take the attention away from new characters and characters like Grogu and Din Djarin, but at the end of the day also, this is another way for Jon Favreau to kind of fix aspects of the sequel trilogy movies that we could have saw that Kathleen Kennedy did not allow the fans to see. So, Jon Favreau, once again, like I say, he loves Star Wars Legends, he loves the Dark Empire comic line, and that's exactly what he's trying to do to bring it back into real life, into live action form, I should say, for Season 4 of Mando in 2023. So yeah, it's a little bit of a ways from now, I understand that. I understand that it's not all that close, but Jon Favreau has a mission, and that mission is to really reel in the hardcore fans, the fans that really buy the merchandise and are the types of people that watch the movies multiple times and buy multiple tickets. Those are the type of fans that Jon is trying to attract. And that's what he tried to do with Season 2, and it worked. It absolutely worked, and it seems as though that Kathleen Kennedy had a big problem with that. And everything related to what's been going on, a lot of fans are thinking that Kathleen Kennedy's trying to sabotage, Jon and Dave's attempt at fixing Star Wars. And I wouldn't necessarily doubt that. I would not doubt that. So, like I've said, nonetheless, George, Jon, and Dave creating this new universe, I think they're obviously dedicated to Star Wars. It's just a matter of Lucasfilm needs to really make a statement about Gina Carano. It's unacceptable that they keep that in hiding, and how Kathleen Kennedy refused to make a statement. So like I said before, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.